He's screaming. I don't know if you can hear that.
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Anime Expedition. Exhausted from our not-so-laid-back camping trip, we packed our things to head out on the search for some light music.
Bye-bye, Ryukon.
But before we could even leave the Cone Lodge, we were faced with a life-threatening obstacle.
Cat fight. Jesus Christ. Just gonna sneak it in?
No, he's Nyan. Nyan.
Returning to the SS Weeb, we began the hour-long drive to Shinfuji Station, where we planned to drop off the car and board the Shinkansen to school. Sounds easy enough, right?
So last night, when I was trying to figure out what time we need to return the car by, I thought, if we leave by 6:30, that'll give us plenty of time to get there, and we have about a half hour to spare in case something goes wrong. But then for some reason, something happened in my brain, and I said 7:30 out loud. So then just from there, it became 7:30, not 6:30, so we just kept saying 7:30. So now we're running super late, and we are racing against the clock to try to get the car back to the Nissan rent-a-car place, so we don't get charged a ridiculous fee for returning it late. Okay, thank you. There was no fees, we were like 10 minutes late, and it was all good.
The staff were extremely friendly, and despite us returning the SS Weeb a little late, didn't hit us with any extra charges. Without a minute to spare, we boarded the next Shinkansen to the Shiga Prefecture. After a relaxing 2-hour ride, we found ourselves in the middle of nowhere, trying to board a local train in an area where not only could nobody speak any English, but the signs were only written in kanji.
So we actually ended up missing our stop in Toyosato, so we have to walk about 45 minutes to backtrack there. An interesting part about making this series that I didn't expect is it's kind of cool how far off the beaten track it takes us. We're in such a small town right now that we definitely never would have seen if we had just stuck to the golden route.
Aside from the heat, the walk actually turned out to be a great experience. Being in such a remote town, the locals would stop and stare at us, even going so far as to, and I kid you not, clap as we walked by. Some even used us as a chance to practice their English.
Goodbye. Alright, what's the plan?
Gift shop.
After opening Heaven's Gate, we exchanged our shoes for slippers and walked right in. We were greeted by a small gift shop, but just beyond that lay a dream come true for any HTT fan. A multi-story K-On! Museum housing every single piece of K-On! Merch you could possibly imagine. Figures, t-shirts, body pillows, and even the instruments used in the anime. go pose with them. I don't know if that says not to sit or to sit. After an extremely thorough exploration of the museum, we purchased a souvenir and prepared ourselves for the real thing. It was time to go to school. Our plan was to head straight to the club room and work our way down from there.
Oh, well, sour chances there when Chief joins. And then this is Reed's too. And then right here,
Who sits there?
obviously, it's Yui.
What the f is going on? This kid over here is lying on the ground and there's two people. He's screaming. I don't know if you can hear that.
What?
Do you hear that?
It's an active school.
Oh.
Like, there's a bunch of children walking around right here.
Well, that was disconcerting. Is there any rooms open?
Not on this side, I think it's over there. There's this.
What's in here?
I don't know, we haven't walked around down here at all yet.
Aside from this scale model, most of the rooms on the lower floors were locked or being used as an active community center library, but there was still one iconic location we had yet to find. Where is it going?
I think this is my favorite location so far, actually, because it's been the only interior location so far, which makes it, I don't know, somewhat more surreal. And since it was a real school long before it was ever the set for K-On, it all makes sense and it seems like a real space.
Despite having an incredible time in Toyosato, on our way out, I couldn't help but feel sort of melancholy, and it didn't really click into place why until I stumbled upon a really touching memorial left in honor of the Kyoto animation tragedy.